Hello everybody, and welcome. We're very excited to present this new version of MatrixGold. Our team has been working hard to create something truly special, something designed to make your daily workflow easier, faster, and more efficient than ever before. Today, we're proud to introduce MatrixGold 4.0. In this video, we'll take a look at some of the most important new tools and features we've developed based on your feedback, evolving market needs, and the future trends shaping the jewelry industry. To begin, let's explore the new Scoop tool. This tool was developed in response to the current gold market and the growing need for designers to have greater control over material usage within their pieces. For this example, we'll be working with a signet ring. You can find the Scoop tool inside the solid menu at the top. First, select the surface where you want the scoop to be applied. Then, the command will ask you to select the curve the scoop will follow. In this case, we already prepared the curve by offsetting the edge of the signet ring beforehand. Once the curve is selected and confirmed, you'll see an orange cutter appear on the model. To visualize it more clearly, let's switch to wireframe view. From the parametric panel, we can now adjust the cutter values to achieve the exact result we want. We can control the opening thickness of the cutter, the cavity wall thickness, the mesh density, and even the cutter angle, allowing us to decide how deep and extended we want the scoop effect to be. Once everything looks correct, we can switch back to shaded view and apply the Boolean operation to preview the scoop on the signet ring. At first, you'll notice that the surface appears rough. That's because the cutter is initially generated as a mesh object. If we want a smoother result, we can enable the Output as BREP option. This converts the geometry into a smooth NURBS object, allowing us to validate and refine the scoop more precisely before finalizing the design. Once we confirm the operation, we'll have both the original object and the new version with the scoop applied. You can simply hide the extra object, and there it is, a powerful new way to gain more control over material usage and optimize your jewelry designs inside MatrixGold 4.0. Now let's talk about a feature that has been highly requested by many of our users, the new offline mode. In previous versions, MatrixGold required an active internet connection in order to connect to our servers. With this new update, you can now continue working offline for up to 12 hours and renew the session whenever needed. To activate offline mode, simply go to your username at the bottom of the interface, where you'll now find the new offline mode option. Once selected, a confirmation window will appear. If you'd like, you can also enable the checkbox to skip this confirmation step the next time you work offline. Then, simply click Start Offline Mode to begin your session. It's a simple addition, but one that can become a powerful advantage whenever flexibility and reliability matter most. This next update was developed to give you more control when quoting and analyzing your designs before production. We've redesigned the tech report to make it more complete, more flexible, and even more useful for both you and your clients. When you launch the Tech Report tool, a new window will open displaying your design with front, side, and top views, along with a perspective view of the piece. You can also add custom notes if needed, for example, gold ring with bands, helping you personalize the report for presentations or production details. One of the biggest improvements is the ability to fully customize the report itself. You can now edit measurement units, switching the finger size from inches to millimeters, or changing the metal weight from grams to DWT. You can also reorganize the gem report section to better match your workflow or customer needs. In the Views panel, you now have the ability to select different MatrixGold display modes for the report images. You can choose between shaded, wireframe, or even rendered views, allowing you to present the design exactly the way you want. We've also added a dedicated second page to the tech report. This new page includes the gem map, giving you more space and a much clearer visualization of the stone layout within the design. And if you'd like to send the tech report directly to a client, you can now replace the top logo with your own branding for a more personalized presentation. Once everything is ready, simply save the report as a PDF or print it directly to share with your customer immediately. A smarter and more complete tech report experience, designed to help you communicate ideas clearly, answer questions faster, and close sales with confidence. Another powerful addition in the new MatrixGold 4.0 is the new Thickness Analysis tool. This feature was highly requested by our users, and it was developed to help designers better analyze their models and identify potential issues before printing or casting, ultimately saving both time and material costs. You can find the thickness analysis tool in the Tools ribbon bar at the top. Once activated, the command will ask you to select the objects you want to analyze. In this example, we'll select the entire ring. Next, the tool will ask for a minimum and maximum thickness range. For this demonstration, we'll keep the minimum value at 0.5 and adjust the maximum value from 1.0 down to 0.8. Once validated, the system will calculate the analysis and display the results directly on the model. The ring will now appear covered in different colors. And don't worry if the stones are no longer visible. They've simply been hidden temporarily to make the metal analysis easier to read. Now let's take a closer look at what we're seeing. As you move the cursor across the model, you'll notice that the measurement values update dynamically depending on the area you hover over. The color system allows you to instantly understand the thickness distribution throughout the design. Blue and green areas indicate regions where the thickness is safe, or even well above the selected range. Yellow and red areas, however, represent sections that are getting closer to the minimum value. In this example, the bottom of the basket appears red, showing a thickness of approximately 0.3, which is slightly below our desired minimum. At this stage, you can decide where additional metal may be needed or where the design should be adjusted before moving into production. This tool was created with one clear goal in mind: helping you save time, reduce costly mistakes, and improve production reliability. Because the better the CAD model, the better the printing and casting results will be. Let's take a look at another great feature introduced in this version: the new duplicate workflow. In previous versions, when copying an object, the duplicated geometry would lose its parametric capabilities. Now, with the new duplicate option, you can preserve the full parametric behavior of your design. To use it, simply select the object you want to copy. Then, inside the parametric panel, choose the new duplicate option. The software will create a copy while maintaining all of its parametric properties and relationships. This becomes especially powerful in different design scenarios. For example, we can create a bezel for the first gemstone and then duplicate it. Next, we simply select the second gem, and the duplicated bezel will automatically adapt and position itself onto the new stone. This workflow allows you to maintain a much cleaner and more organized parametric structure throughout your design process. And the best part is that it works across all parametric features inside MatrixGold. A powerful addition designed to help you build smarter, faster, and more flexible parametric jewelry designs than ever before. Now, let's take a look at another important improvement in this version of MatrixGold: new enhancements for working with prongs. Here we have this model, and from the settings menu, we can launch the new Edit Prong tool. From here, we simply select the prongs we want to modify. In this example, I'm going to select these two upper prongs. Once selected, the parametric panel will display two different editing modes: single prong and all prongs. Let's start with single prong. This mode allows us to individually customize a specific prong with a wide range of controls. We can adjust the rotation, change the diameter, modify the profile shape, apply tapering, or even tilt the prong to better fit the design. Now, if we switch to all prongs, we'll have access to the same controls, but this time applied to all the selected prongs simultaneously. This makes it much faster and easier to create consistent adjustments across the entire setting. Another powerful option inside the single prong mode is the ability to delete a prong individually if needed. And that's exactly why we also created a brand new complementary tool called Add Prong. When launching the command, the software will ask you to select the gemstone where you'd like to place the new prong. Once the gem is selected, a new prong will automatically be added to the setting. From there, you'll have access to all the customization controls we just explored. You can rotate it, tilt it, adjust the height, change the diameter, and fully configure the prong to match your design needs. Once validated, the new prong becomes part of the parametric workflow, keeping the entire model fully editable and responsive. These new tools bring an entirely new level of flexibility and control to stone setting design inside MatrixGold, giving you more customization options, more precision, and more freedom to adapt your designs to virtually any scenario. Now let's take a look at a brand new tool we've been developing for a long time, and one that has been highly requested by many of our users. To begin, we first need to create a closed curve. For this example, I'll be using Smart Curve. Once we have the shape we want, we can go to the Gems menu at the top and launch the new Gem Creator tool. The command will generate a gemstone based directly on the curve we defined and immediately display a variety of interactive handles that allow us to refine and customize the shape exactly the way we want. From here, we can adjust multiple gemstone parameters in real time. We can change the crown height, the table scale, the girdle thickness, the culet offset, the pavilion depth, and even modify the pavilion shape and position. All of these controls work together to help you create a gemstone that perfectly matches your intended design. One of the biggest advantages of the Gem Creator is that the entire workflow remains fully parametric. That means the custom gem behaves just like any regular gemstone inside MatrixGold. For example, we can easily apply a bezel setting, and the software will automatically adapt the setting parameters to fit the custom gem geometry. The Gem Creator was developed to respond to the growing variety of unique gemstone cuts currently entering the market. We know many designers are constantly working with custom and unconventional stones, and they need software capable of adapting to those creative demands. We know that the new Gem Creator was only part of the solution. We're also fully aware of the evolving design trends and the growing variety of gemstone shapes entering the jewelry market today. That's why, in this new version of MatrixGold, we've introduced two brand new gemstone shapes, the trapezoid and the lozenge. Both gemstone types are fully adjustable and easy to customize. You can modify their proportions directly using the interactive handles on screen or by entering precise values inside the parametric editor. And just like the rest of the gemstone workflow in MatrixGold, these new shapes are fully functional and fully parametric. That means you can apply all your preferred setting workflows, including bezels and other parametric settings, while maintaining complete editability throughout the design process. These additions give designers even more flexibility when working with modern gemstone layouts and custom jewelry concepts. All right, now let's take a look at one of the most powerful new tools introduced in this version of MatrixGold, the new Award Ring Builder. This tool was designed to make the creation of complex award ring designs faster, easier, and fully parametric. Let's see how it works. In this example, we already have a signet ring prepared, and from the Tools menu at the top, we can launch the new Award Ring tool. As soon as we activate it, the Award Ring Builder panel appears, giving us access to several fully customizable sections, including shape, bezel, text, and second text. Let's begin with the shape section. From here, we can adjust the outer height, the inner height, activate a custom inner profile, and even define a custom surface profile for the ring. We can also enable a starburst effect and customize its appearance by adjusting the count and height values. Next, if we move into the bezel section, we'll find additional controls for shaping the top area of the ring. We can select different bezel profiles, adjust the width and height, and even activate flutes for additional detail. Once flutes are enabled, we can customize both their count and depth, giving us a high level of control over the overall design language of the piece. Now let's move into the text section. Here, we can add fully customizable text directly onto the ring. For this example, let's type winners. From there, we can change the font, adjust the position of the text, modify the surface profile it follows, and fine-tune multiple additional settings to perfectly match the style we want. The second text section works exactly the same way, giving us the ability to create more detailed and personalized award ring layouts. With the Award Ring Builder, you can now create highly detailed and production-ready award ring designs through a much faster and more intuitive parametric workflow. This tool is truly a game changer for designers looking for a smarter and more flexible way to create custom award rings inside MatrixGold. And we absolutely can't wait to see what you create with it. Now let's take a look at another powerful new tool introduced in MatrixGold 4.0, a feature designed to make your workflow significantly easier and faster, the Curve on Object tool. So essentially, what this tool allows you to do is draw any curve directly onto any type of geometry. Once you select the Curve on Object tool, you'll be prompted to select the target object. From there, you can start placing your freeform curve directly on the surface, and it will naturally follow the underlying geometry of the model. One of the most powerful aspects of this tool is how easily editable it is. You can adjust the curve at any time by selecting and moving the control points you previously placed, giving you full freedom to refine the shape as you work. You can also decide whether the curve should be interpolated or not, allowing you to choose between more controlled, smooth mathematical distribution or a more flexible, free-form result. Additionally, you can define the curve degree, ranging from 1 up to 11. For this example, we'll keep it at degree 3. You can also choose whether the curve is open or closed, depending on your design needs. Once the curve is ready, you can immediately use it as part of your modeling workflow. In this case, I'll simply place a few gemstones along the curve to demonstrate how it can be used in a real design scenario. This is a powerful tool created to make your workflow more intuitive, more flexible, and ultimately more efficient. We hope you enjoy all the new major features in this version of MatrixGold 4.0. We've worked hard to make this software the best it can be, and we remain fully committed to listening to our users and delivering the tools you need to create at the highest level. Thank you for watching.